Hello everybody. So currently it is Wednesday. It is hump day officially. I'm not gonna lie, I am exhausted. I'm exhausted. It's one of those times where you're like, I just want to do everything for me right now, and that is exactly what I'm going to do. So like I said, it is Wednesday. My dearly beloved is out playing tabletop games as he does occasionally. So I've got a girls' night in. Girls meaning me and Willow. I don't know where she went, but regardless, it is going to be a night of doing all the fun things, all the things that I find relaxing, all the things that I find kind of a turn off your brain type. And yeah, I'm gonna do it in my nice new room. So yeah, gonna have some nice relaxing fun because I personally feel a little burnt out. I think my brain has been firing on all cylinders, and I think because of that, I could definitely use a moment of relaxation. But regardless, I hope that you also, while watching this, can have some nice relaxing time, whether you are watching this at work or, you know, watching it while you're working on some stuff of your own.
Look at this Smisky. Is this a secret one? No? He's so cute. What the hell? He put eyebrows. Oh, that was more satisfying, but I'll still go with the first one I did. Oh shit, they landed in the same spot. Alright, fuck it, let's go. Okay, come on, that's the video. We're doing surgery. They did surgery on a grape.
Alright, so I decided to sit down for this one in my little area. Oh my gosh, I'm really happy about how this came together. I obviously got this on Facebook Marketplace, and I really had to like jump on this one. It's so interesting because with Facebook Marketplace, you'll find really nice stuff, but it's like way too far away. You just don't feel like driving, and most of the time it's a pickup, so they can't even deliver the stuff to you. But yeah, no, this is really nice, and I'm actually like looking at this framing. Might do videos in this area. Not might, like obviously I have this whole room to my liking. Like, yeah, I like that. I like this little framing. So one of the things that I treated myself to, I on my way home gathered some macarons. Yeah, and I just want to taste test them real quick because I like to do that, and also anyway, but yeah, also I just like taste tests. Anyway, okay, so I got birthday velvet and blueberry lavender. So the one that I think is going to not taste bad, but the one that's gonna be like the least good, I guess, if that makes sense. Personally, I think is going to be birthday. Now, I love birthday cake, confetti cake, anything. So it does pain me to say that, but I really just bought this out of curiosity. So I'm gonna take a bite out of the birthday macaron and see if it's giving birthday cake. No. Which, once again, I think I kind of assumed that was going to happen. It doesn't taste like a birthday cake or birthday confetti style macaroon. It really just tastes like vanilla. Like maybe like a vanilla bean. But yeah, no, it doesn't taste like very much. But that's okay. The next one on the tier list is what I'm thinking is going to be the second best. And that is going to be the red velvet. Now I actually am just now seeing the filling. The filling is like, it kind of looks like cream cheese. So maybe they went for a macaroon that's like red velvet cake on the outside, cream cheese filling on the inside. So it's the interpretation of a red velvet cake in macaroon form. That's my guess. So I'm gonna give it a go. Yep. I was correct. Yeah. That is good. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have had I've had red velvet macaroons in the past. Most of the time, it's just looking like a red velvet cake and it doesn't really quite taste like it. But that's really good. That's different because they said cream cheese icing, cream cheese filling, red velvet cake, red velvet macaroon. So that's not bad. Okay, so yeah, that one I would say is, so birthday cake is a 3, red velvet is a 2. My thoughts on which one's going to be the number 1 on my macaroon list is the blueberry lavender, which I like blueberry lavender anything. And it's kind of hard to see, but the filling, it is like deep blueberry color. So let's see. Yeah, that's good. That was really good. It tastes exactly like blueberry. Actually, it's kind of interesting. The filling, it's better. You can see it better now. The filling, very blueberry, like almost blueberry jam. So very blueberry filling. And then the outside, you can tell they mixed lavender into the outside shell. What you'll notice is they'll put lavender and blueberry in the filling, and then they'll put lavender and blueberry in the outer shell. And then it's just super overbearing. Personally, I'm a really big lavender fan. So I feel like by having one thing have this flavor and then the other component have another flavor, that's like really good. So yeah, I would say my my psychic ranking was correct. The best one is the blueberry lavender. The second best is the red velvet. And then the last place is the birthday. And I keep saying birthday cake. It's just, the description was just birthday. So I don't think that it had a specific genre, a specific aim or goal. I think it was just birthday. So if you want a macaroon that looks like a birthday, that is the macaroon to get. So now that I've ranked these, what I do is I eat them now in order of worst to best. So I'm gonna get the birthday out of the way, and then I'm gonna do the red velvet and then the blueberry lavender. All right, so it seems like the theme is just filming at different spots in this room, which is totally fine with me. But the thing that I was going to, or am going to build that I had a surprise is this. It is a giant magic car. And he's just over here trying his best, gasping for air. But yeah, no, it's like a super quick build. It says it's 6+, which means that it should be very easy to make. Like I mentioned, I kind of had a bit of a building bug, and my husband was in his closet looking for some stuff, and he was like, well, there's one thing that I haven't built that I never got around to making. And I was like, what's that? And he was like, this. So yeah, I'm gonna make this. I'm very curious how big it's going to be, but I'm going to make this jumbo magic heart. And of course, he's going to find some space in my room. I already have a magic heart plush. But yeah, obviously this is a grand slam. And according to this picture, his size might be something about 200 millimeters big. Now, I know nothing about measurements, so that should tell you already. And obviously this is a humongous box. So let me go ahead and grab my clippers, and also I'll grab my X-Acto knife. So that way I have everything that I need. But yeah, I'm gonna put this together, and it's gonna be something else. Oh, okay, I figured it out. Okay, so I was like looking at this, I'm like, okay, so I built him and I still have a body. I was like, why do I still have a body? I realized that you can take this apart, and however you want it displayed, you can either have him displayed upright or floppy. And honestly, I think I would prefer he be floppy. So I'm going to take that back part off and reassemble it with goofy, derpy, floppy. Okay, so I wanted it derpy, and unfortunately that's not gonna work because I couldn't figure that out. So I'm just going to have him upright on a stand, and then they'll be complete, and voila. All right, yeah, so when this said it was easy, it was not lying. It is definitely easy. It's like usually you have to use your clippers to snap them out of the tray, and really it wasn't even that hard. Some of them just kind of, all you had to do was really tug on them and they came out. So yeah, there's my prized possession. I will say I need to figure out how to color in the eye because there's really no discernible feature from a Magikarp other than its pupil. So really want to fill that in so that way it fits the character even more. But yeah, other than that, I got me my boy. So I'm gonna find a spot to display him. Good morning, everybody. It is currently Sunday, and I kind of just got up. It is currently 9:43. So I got up, and then I just like sat in bed and like scrolled on my phone for a little bit, and then I realized, oh wait, I have something very important to do. So today, like I said, is Sunday, and I'm having kind of like a small housewarming family dinner tonight. So I'm inviting my family over. And I'm gonna cook dinner, and it's gonna be fun and nice little get together. But I also need to go and grab some ingredients. So for those of you who don't know, may not know, I'm half Filipino, and one of my favorite staples of our culture's cuisine is chicken adobo. So I feel like I think I may be making chicken adobo for the very first time. No pressure. But other than that, I need to go grab the ingredients to go ahead and make that. And then of course, if I want it to be premium, that does mean there'll be a little bit of marinating time. So yeah, I realized, I looked at my phone, I'm like, with everything else I need to do today, I'm honestly running behind. So I took Willow out. I'm gonna go and run to the grocery store, and yeah, it needs to marinate, I want to say like 1 to 3 hours. So I'm gonna let that do its thing. And then also the area, it has been needing some tidying. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've been kind of low energy lately, so I've just been kind of letting certain things procrastinate, certain things just fall by the wayside, and that means it's been piling up. So this is of course a great opportunity and excuse to like really clean and make sure that house is nice and reset. So that is what we're going to do today. I just made myself a protein coffee, and I'm gonna run out and grab these things. I feel like I have to really make it kind of romanticize the grocery shopping experience for me to want to do it. But yes, I'm pretty sure it's gonna pay off because I'm really hoping that tonight's dinner top tier. Okay, you guys, I have a confession to make. So I flew too close to the sun, and I was a bit overconfident in my ability to detect Lavufus when it comes to the online resale market. So, also, if you can't tell, my hair needs to be done. Okay. So, I have here the very first, no, I'm kidding. So I have here my son. This, we decided on his name. His name is Larry. Anyway, but this one is legitimate. Like, you check it out, everything checks out, all that other good stuff, right? Legitimate. The girl I got this from, she's the real deal. But I was scrolling on Facebook Marketplace and I found another one that I was like, oh, this seems like really legitimate, blah, blah, blah. And lo and behold, I have now acquired my very first Lafufu. I'm gonna show you the Lafufu, and you will be taken aback. for reasons you might not think. So this is a Lafufu, and I just want this to be cautionary tale. They are like really good knockoffs. Now, obviously not all of the Lafufus are good quality because I've seen them. They are terrifying. But this one, I was like, oh my god, this is not, like, if you really like stare really hard, this can start to, you know, he starts to go a little cross-eyed compared to the, you know, girl. Or not the girl, compared to their sibling. But yeah, no, like this is a Lafufu. And the first tail I'll show you. So the boxes are near identical. The boxes are near identical. What got me, so this is the Pop Mart plastic, right? I'm thinking to myself, the counterfeiters probably don't have the technology yet. We'll see. And I don't know. I haven't encountered every Lafufu. That they don't have the technology to replicate this plastic or this pattern or whatever. I don't know. I open the box and then this is what I see it in. And I'm like, to my knowledge, the only drawstring packaging for Labubus is the have seat. So why is the exciting macaroon in a drawstring? That's not right. And maybe I could be wrong about the have a seat. Maybe all of the Labubus are in that. If that's the case, please correct me. But yeah, so I open the box. I'm like, that does not look like this. And then I open it up and I see the little critter. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, I mean, if this is just like on my bag, going around, nobody's gonna know the difference. So the fact that this is a Lafufu and it looks very well made is mind-blowing. We are both in awe. We were like, I cannot believe that the Lafufus look this good in best case scenario. So anyway, other telltale signs. So this, I looked and typically, you know, my husband was like, oh, just scan the QR code and see, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, but I can't scan the QR code because it is so chopped. It is like the like most fuzzy JPEG image of a QR code. It's not a real QR code. Like my camera can't even detect it. I know Pop Mart is not going to, and when it comes down to verifying their product, they're not going to skimp on that. This is the QR code for the Labubu. Clear, concise, defined lines, and yeah, so that is what I have. I'm pretty much done with my journey among these toys. I mean, of course I had buyer's remorse, but at the same time I was like, you know what? I spent Labubu money, I'm gonna keep it and treat it as if it is a Labubu. It's just the unidentical twin of this one. But yeah, other than that, like things like the plastic color, because like, I don't know if you can tell with this light, but the two shades of plastic, you can tell it's different plastic, things like that. Like I said, the longer I look at this one, its eyes don't really like, they start to go in different directions. But anyway, so yeah, I got, oh, and then also the ears. This ear is like mispatterned than this one. But yeah, I mean, like I said, if I come away from this historical event and having a real Labubu and a, you know, this is historical, okay? This is for me 30 years from now. And I'm, you know, whether it's my children or whomever, and I open up some boxes in the attic and I see these are for anthropological purposes. That is not to say though that I don't plan on putting some clothes on these, because I definitely do. And as many of you probably have already seen, there is a tattoo artist who's going around tattooing Labubus, and I was kind of saying I would really love to get my Labubu tattooed, but that's only if I have two. One to keep fully intact and then the other one to... So a lot of tattoo artists who are tatting these creatures, it's fine if they're a Lafufu, just as long as it's like that soft plastic type thing. So I might decide that I'm gonna get my Lafufu tattooed That way I can have like a cool edgy one. Like this is a cool edgy one, and then was like the soft girl, clean girl one. Welcome to Cooking with Artsume. Just kidding. I would never have a cooking show. I don't think I would have a cooking show unless it was a cooking show where I was purposefully trying and failing and then, you know, continuing to try. So unless it was a show where you got to see me fail upwards, that's probably the cooking show that would be. Arguably, my dishes I've been cooking have really been hitting, so I don't think I'm like that bad at cooking. I just feel like it takes a lot of concentration for me to, you know, successfully make meals. But yeah, I got everything I needed from Publix. I will put that aside. And that means I can go ahead and get started, and then I can have this marinate for like a good amount of time. Oh, what's in there? Okay, bay leaves. I was like, oh no, it's crashing. It's crashing. Okay, so let me wash my hands, and then I'm going to start looking at the ingredients list and looking at the video that I saved, so that way I can get started. Ooh, I'm already getting hot. So let me go ahead and get this garlic. I can do this stuff later, so I'm actually just gonna put this in the fridge. I don't think it has to marinate with the rest of it, but that's okay. But while I'm cutting garlic, I thought this might be a fun time to kind of do a little bit of an update, specifically an update on Space Ultima. So I don't know if I talked about it as much on here, but I was getting in a little bit of a funk because I was like, I need to go ahead and write the outline for Space Ultima. That way I can go ahead and start writing the script for it. And I knew since the very beginning of season 1 what I planned on making for season 2 of like the continuation based on the events that just took place at the finale. So I knew what I wanted to happen, but I just didn't have like any concrete idea yet. And I don't know, like it just wasn't coming to me, and a lot of the ideas I had were just scenes, but nothing that was like a connecting thread between all of them. So that was a little bit frustrating, and I was like, well, I won't put too much pressure on myself. I just want it to like just come to me. I don't want to force it is what I'm trying to say. So fast forward in time, you know, I'm drawing a lot of fan art. I'm just getting right back into the habit of drawing things and posting and stuff like that. And I still was not able to figure out what the outline for season 2 is. And then I remembered that I used a very specific outline formula for coming up with my story in general. And that was the Save the Cat beat sheet for storytelling and writing, specifically storytelling for movie and TV shows. I was like, wait a minute, I feel like I need some kind of guardrails. Like this outline, in my opinion, is like a really tried and true method. I actually really want to do a video about the Save the Cat thing. So just tiny bit of backstory. When I was in college, I took a screenwriting class, and Save the Cat was the textbook that we used. And I feel like the main thing I took away from that experience was the how to use the Save the Cat outline. So anyway, that is something that I returned back to. And all of a sudden, I was able to take all these big ideas and funnel them into some type of structure for me to write season 2 outline. So I'm really grateful for that. Like I said, I do want to do a video talking about Save the Cat and how you can use it for your storytelling, story writing for your comics. But other than that, I wrote like, I had like a brain blast, like Jimmy Neutron style, where I just was typing away my outline, and I was very, very satisfied and pleased with it. So last few days I've been using my outline to then transition that into my script for season 2. So very happy about that. I am officially in the writing phase of Space Ultima, but I'm really pumped. As far as season 2 is concerned, there's a lot of stuff I learned from season 1, which once again, that could be an entire video on its own. But in summary, and also we're going to have the revelation of just what the heck is going on, what's happening, what are the heroes having to protect the world against, stuff like that. But if you watch my vlogs, first of all, thank you. I feel like the vlogs are kind of a companion piece to the other types of videos I have on my channel, just like the behind the scenes portion. But I have a feeling that if you watch my vlogs, you probably already read Space Ultima, just based on like the comments and stuff. So I just want to first off say thank you, and also say that if you're watching my vlogs and you haven't read Space Ultima, then please do. I'm actually planning on releasing Space Ultima on Namikami and Global Comics. So I'm trying to expand the reach, expand, you know, who's watching, not watching, but expand, you know, the audience for it. Ooh, it smells like garlic, which is not a bad thing. I like the smell of garlic. Sometimes the taste of garlic though is a little overbearing. What time is it? Okay, after this, after I get the marinade and stuff together, I have to clean and tidy up. It definitely feels like when your mom is having company over and she's like freaking out because she's just like, people are coming! We can't let people know we sit!
We can't let people know we sit!
Like all this other stuff, and it's like, okay. But now that I have a house and I have a place that I want to take pride in, I'm like, oh my God, I need to make sure that it doesn't look like pigs live here. That's so weird. After you like, if you have your hands all up on garlic, then your hands get like sticky. Oh, my hands